The Los Angeles Lakers had home court. They had momentum. They had Luka, LeBron, and a demon named AR-15.
Taken by Reeves. Behind the back he goes. The line! The jam!
OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
Yes, the roster had holes, but who cared? They had the best player in the series.
This is when he's at his best, when he's improvising. Oh my goodness, he's at his best. Stop it!
The NBA's all-time leading scorer.
Oh! With the left hand!
And playoff momentum.
And Dorian Finney-Smith, they swing it around. Luka for 3.
Nearly everyone had them winning in 5 or 6 games. So, what went wrong?
Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5.
The Lakers didn't just lose, they were outclassed.
Drives inside on the slam! Oh, what a finish from Anthony Edwards!
If it wasn't Ant, it was Julius Randle.
Randle inside, off balance, got it! Big shot!
If not them, it was Minnesota's shooters.
He is off the wide action, and DiVincenzo pulls it and laces the deep 3! Dante with some dynamite.
And when those shooters went cold in Game 5, Rudy Gobert turned back the clock, dropping 27 points and 24 rebounds like a reincarnated Moses Malone.
Randle inside. Slammed in by Gobert.
The Lakers walk into the offseason with more questions than answers. Will Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves sign extensions this summer? Can they find a center JJ Redick actually trusts? What can they get with a pile of expiring contracts and future picks? How long is JJ Redick's leash? And most importantly, what is LeBron James doing on June 29th? The Lakers can't afford to make any more mistakes. With a 26-year-old superstar in his prime, his 26-year-old co-star eyeing a substantial pay raise, and a soon-to-be 41-year-old GOAT waiting to ride off in the sunset, the stakes haven't been this high in a while. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and my fellow GOATs, don't miss out on the opportunity to create lasting memories by going and seeing these awesome games live with your loved ones. And with the help of today's sponsor, SeatGeek, creating those memories is now cheaper than ever. Maybe you want to hit up a baseball game. SeatGeek has you covered. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. Kendrick Lamar, Kevin Hart, heck, even Disney on Ice, if you can think it. SeatGeek has it, and SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee, and you know I came through for you guys. Use code GOAT for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code GOAT. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Time to geek out on our favorite sport with SeatGeek. The Lakers have several free agents. Jackson Hayes.
You got a timeout. No! That's not going to happen! The lobbing jam!
Markieff Morris, Alex Len, and Christian Coloco.
Luka, the lob! The jam! Christian Coloco.
None of whom figure to be very big parts of their plans moving forward. Replacing these roster deadweights with depth and players Redick and LeBron actually trust will be the Lakers' first order of business. Chronologically, the first opportunity for the Lakers to improve their roster is on draft night. For now, the Lakers just have the 55th pick. But with teams like Brooklyn, Washington, Utah, and OKC all having multiple firsts, could the Lakers look to trade some future assets for the right win-now rookie? Georgetown's Thomas Sorber or St. Joseph's Rasheer Fleming certainly fit the bill.
And Reynolds chucks it ahead to Brown.
Good enough to help off the bench next season, but young enough to develop into starters down the line. The Lakers are walking a tightrope between two timelines. They need to maximize their time left with LeBron without completely destroying their future with Luka and Austin Reeves.
Doncic has the rebound. Up ahead. Great pass to LeBron. Score it! It rolls around and finds the net.
Fleming and Sorber are two of a handful of college players who could fit both objectives. With the lowest number of early entrants in years, the Lakers are unlikely to strike gold in the undrafted heap. And while players like Creighton's Ryan Kalkbrenner, Stanford's Maxime Reynaud, or Florida's Alex Condon could be high upside plays on cheap deals, it's very unlikely any of them will be available when the Lakers pick at 55. And then there's LeBron and Dorian Finney-Smith.
Basketball, very high percentage early in the season. Oh, the follow!
by Dorian Finney-Smith, had a free run to the basket.
LeBron has a $52.6 million player option. Retirement unlikely.
Perimeter work, LeBron! LBJ! Look out!
He's not leaving without a farewell tour. Trade demand, get serious. He's not ditching Bronny.
All ready? All right. You see the intensity, right? Just play carefree, though. Don't worry about mistakes. Just go out and play hard.
He'll be a Laker next year, but the number on that paycheck could change. LeBron doesn't owe the Lakers a dime.
Be aware. Lob! Oh! LeBron! The lob in the jam as he came down the lane and found by AR.
At 40 years old, he's still playing at an all-NBA level and would earn his salary on his name alone. If he opts out and signs a cheaper one-year deal, it would give LA much-needed cap flexibility under the new CBA. Dorian Finney-Smith also has a player option for $15.3 million, and it's hard to argue he'd get anything close to that on the open market by opting out.
Drives, looking, finds Finney-Smith straight on three-pointer. It's good! Dorian Finney-Smith knocks down the three.
Could the Lakers convince Dorian Finney-Smith to opt out and sign a 3-year deal starting around 10 or 11 million, freeing up a little more cap flexibility for this offseason?
3-on-2. LeBron left wing. Dorian Finney-Smith.
If James and Finney-Smith opt in, the Lakers will be over the luxury tax line and will need to mostly resort to trades to fix their roster.
Here's James. Oh, baby, James.
Thankfully, the Lakers have 3 major aces in the hole. They have expiring contracts. They have the most team-friendly contract in the NBA in Austin Reeves.
Reeves has it. 5 seconds to go. Reeves on the drive. Inside layup. He banks it in.
And they're the Los Angeles Lakers. Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, and Gabe Vincent combined to form around $70 million in expiring contracts. Even if you take out Reeves, who Rob Pelinka swears is part of the long-term plans in LA, that's still $58 million. More than enough to absorb 3 significant role players.
It's Hachimura driving out the ball with a left-handed hammer.
Add in the Lakers' 2031 first-round pick, 2024's first-rounder Dalton Knecht, and 5 years worth of pick swaps, and the Lakers might have the type of package needed to get a serious co-star for Luka and Reeves going forward. Nope, not Giannis. There are 13 teams that can beat that offer with their eyes closed, but there are some teams that could be desperate to sell this offseason. The Pelicans are a mess. Depending on what happens in the draft lottery, could New Orleans be down for a complete fire sale? And would the Lakers want any part of CJ McCollum or DeJounte Murray?
Mid-range for DeJounte. He'll take the layup and get it! Ties it at 110. CJ knows the clock is down. He's going up. Double clutch. Yes! Oh,
If it meant getting Zion in a Lakers jersey?
it is taken away. Showtime. Go for it!
The Orlando Magic have an expensive young core, and they're already feeling the squeeze of the second apron.
Franz Wagner will take the shot with 5, with 4 for the lead. He's got it, and they've got the lead.
Could Orlando be desperate to clear out salaries like Jonathan Isaac, Goga, or Cole Anthony? Are they having any buyer's remorse on Jalen Suggs ahead of his extension kicking in?
Howard to Suggs. Suggs with a spin, goes inside, puts it in. Miracle shot by Jalen Suggs.
The Boston Celtics may be title contenders right now, but they're also the most expensive team in NBA history. New ownership could be looking to cut costs. Could Jaylen Brown or Drew Holiday be available for the right price?
Their second round picks to Washington. Oh! Jaylen Brown elevates and flies home for the jam.
What about Derek White or Sam Hauser? Kevin Durant probably isn't going to become a Laker, but stranger things have happened.
O'Neal to Booker, gives it up. Durant, corner 3 for the tie, and he got it! Kevin Durant right in front of the Phoenix bench, swishes home a 3 to send it to overtime.
Does a package centered around Austin Reeves and expiring contracts beat out the inevitable Rockets or Heat offer? Pairing Luka and LeBron with Kevin Durant might be the most Lakers thing the Lakers have ever Lakered. Okay, I hear you. Let's assume for a second that the Lakers are telling the truth. They love Austin Reeves and won't trade him for anything short of Jokic or Giannis.
Schroeder gives it right back. Reeves, oh my goodness!
If Luka, LeBron, and Reeves are the core heading into next season, what LA actually needs more than anything is Mark Williams version 2.0.
Mark Williams!
The real Mark Williams is a highly overrated, injury-prone role player that plays for the Hornets and was victory lapping the Lakers' loss on socials. Mark Williams 2.0 is the player that the people who don't actually watch Mark Williams play think Mark Williams is. You know, an agile, bouncy, efficient lob threat who blocks shots and runs the court. The type of big that both Luka and LeBron have had a lot of success with in the past.
He's got a bounce to Luka at center court. So the Pelicans give it up. Slam dunk.
Reeves the rebound. Curry still scoreless in the second half. And the catch and finish from Davis. What a pass.
But where do you find Mark Williams 2.0? Is he real? Maybe he's like Sasquatch. One name the Lakers might want to look at is former Montverde star Day'Ron Sharpe. Sharpe isn't the 7'2" giant Williams is, but he has just as much game with half the medical history. He's also an elite shot blocker, something the Lakers desperately need around Doncic and Reeves.
A lot of dribbling. Wallace denied. Do not go in on Day-Day.
It's slim pickings. Good teams don't usually trade their good bigs, and bad teams rarely ever have good ones to give. Nick Claxton, Clint Capella, Goga, Mo Wagner, Jonathan Isaac. Roll the dice and pick your poison. Luka and LeBron can make average bigs look quite exceptional. The problem for them this year is that Alex Len, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Coloco didn't quite rise to the bar of average. The Lakers have another pair of major issues. First, they lack complete basketball players. They were either struggling to score with Hayes and Vando or struggling to defend with Rui and Reeves. As much as they clearly need to plug their issues at the 5 spot, they need better rounded players with fewer unplayable deficiencies. Secondly, they need substantially better athletes. The problem is, athletes who can actually play basketball for JJ Redick don't grow on trees, and the ones who fit the bill aren't going to come cheap.
Need some help. Yes! Woo! Start the party! Giannis Antetokounmpo!
But the Lakers have a great sales pitch. Come play with LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves on a 1-year deal. Get the easiest shots you've ever had. Have the whole world watch you on national television playing for one of the 2 most iconic franchises in NBA history. And be coached by your dad's favorite hoops podcaster.
Over, LeBron's in deep. LeBron needs help. He finds Luka to beat the clock. Got it! Got it! It's done!
Rob, where do I sign? Maybe it's time to talk about the 6'3" elephant in the room. How do the Lakers actually feel about first-year head coach JJ Redick? LeBron and Luka have stood by Redick publicly, and Rob Pelinka has said nothing to suggest he regrets the hire. But did the playoffs change anything? Redick was out-coached against the Wolves. Point blank, period. His decision to play his starters for 24 straight minutes in a Game 4 loss was met with warranted criticism. LeBron is 40. And Luka is Luka. This isn't NBA 2K, and you can't just turn the fatigue sliders off. He followed up this decision with a controversial pre-game media availability.
Sticking with the 5 you stuck with in the fourth quarter the other day, and is there an assistant or someone maybe that you'll lean on tonight, maybe to try to get some other guys involved if that opportunity presents itself?
Are you saying that because I'm inexperienced and that was an inexperienced decision that I made?
In Game 5, it was JJ Redick who chose not to play a center in the starting lineup, and as Rudy Gobert destroyed the Lakers inside, it was Redick who went to 33-year-old stretch big man Maxi Kleber, who hasn't played since January. Redick's critics would argue an undersized subpar rebounder like Kleber wasn't the answer. His defenders would argue the answer wasn't on the roster. The truth is that JJ showed guts. What he lacked was humility and maybe experience. His rotations were bold but flawed, but he's smart enough to know that the pendulum swings both ways. If the Lakers had won Game 4, all of the talk would be about his bold and gutsy decision. If Maxi Kleber had come out and hit 5 threes, JJ would be deemed a coaching legend, but that didn't happen. Both decisions backfired. Both resulted in losses, and Redick didn't seem to understand what all the fuss was about.
Are you saying that because I'm inexperienced and that was an inexperienced decision that I made? Do you think I don't talk to my assistants about substitutions every single time out?
No, I just think there's a lot of coaches lean on their assistants in those situations.
As do I,
There's a lot going
every
on.
single time. That's a weird assumption.
Thank you, Coach.
The West is getting better. Seeds 2 through 8 were separated by 4 games this season. And with the Spurs potentially back to full health next year, the margin for error is razor thin. The Lakers have a full summer to figure out the roster around their big 3. And they'll have a full training camp to work on building up chemistry between Luka, LeBron, and Reeves.
You know, it's tough to get that chemistry on the court without any practices. So I'm really excited to have the preseason with those two, you know, so we can learn about the Charger on court a lot. I look back like with Kyrie when he got traded to the Mavs, you know, we didn't really connect on the court. Like you can see next year, we had preseason together, and it was just amazing.
With JJ Redick a year older and hopefully a year wiser, a 7-footer not named Jackson Hayes, a few motivated veterans who fit the system, and a rejuvenated Luka Doncic, LA has a chance to silence their haters. The Lakers might be a lot of things next season, but boring won't be one of them.
Luka with 2 for the win. Tipped up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer.